Da-da-da. Hey, da-da-da-da-da-da. Ladies and gentlemen, CocoSports.com proudly presents Wrestle AM. It's half wrestling show, half morning show, pretty much all BS. And of course, you got the Coco crew here holding it down live. Yours truly, the sexiest man on all Internet Wrestling Radio. Boom, boom, here shaking the room live from the RVA, Richmond, Virginia. And of course, join me there way across the pond, late at night in Tokyo, Japan. It's none other than Dave. You'll always catch me playing hockey on Twitch. Kokotis, or Coco, however you want to put it.
I always go Coco because no one can pronounce Kokotis. So
I just did.
it's 2:13 a.m. in the morning, and I am ready to talk Wrestle Kingdom 14. I got tickets to both nights. I've been to more Wrestle Kingdoms. I I've seen more Wrestle Kingdoms than sets of boobies on women. So I am super excited for Wrestle Kingdom 14. Ah, Tokyo Dome, here I come, baby. It's my favorite time of the year. Screw Christmas, screw your birthday, screw New Year's. Nothing is more important in the world to me than Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh,
Oh, God,
nice.
I can't wait, dude. And here's the thing. You know, New Japan had a rough start this year. Some people lived in denial, some people lived in reality, but they really finished strong. You know what I mean? And
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they, they are hitting home run after home run. And I don't see, the same mistakes being made. So it should be a very interesting thing. And it's the first time that it's two nights. And it's weird because a couple of my friends are wondering which night is more important. So we'll start off with that, Booms, and then we'll break it down, preview, predictions, all that fun stuff. Merry Christmas, Booms.
Thank
Which
you.
night do you think is more important? That will be our poll question, along with pay-per-view profits.
You
You
know,
predict the winners.
looking at it on paper, I would say the first night is the most important specifically because it's that first night that will shape the second night. So if you have a bad first night or you don't get the matchups, then people aren't really going to care about night two. So I feel like the first night's going to be the foundation for the rest of the year. And if they do well, people are going to be even more pumped, even more excited about night two. But if they botch it, it's got the potential to bomb.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm. It's very interesting. All right, Booms. Yeah, I'm gonna read the cards. How about this? I got New
Yeah,
Japan.
I've got,
New.
you know what? I've got the cards here. I can read them off here. We can talk about,
Okay.
whatever. I got everything laid out here in front of me. I'm going to briefly mention like the dark match and the pre-show matches just to say that we did it. And we can maybe just say something real quick, but then we'll get into the meat of the show.
All right. Can I say
So,
so? Well, I want
oh, yeah,
one of them. I
absolutely.
want to say something controversial. So, because I can't have a fucking podcast where every fucking fan outside of Japan hates me. I can't. I need to fucking make sure that every fan outside of Japan hates me. Go on, Booms.
Okay. Night one, the dark match is actually going to be a Stardom, special Stardom tag team match. And I already know what Dave Coco's going to say. Oh, fuck them. They're fucking mentally weak. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
Like
it's
I've said
coming.
27 different times. So, it's going to be Mayu Iwatani and Arisa Hoshiki versus Julia and Hana Kimura. And this is going to be a dark match specifically for the Tokyo Dome crowd. This is because Stardom airs on a TV station that competes with, I think it was Asahi or Samurai TV, one of those two. It's a competitor, so this is going to be a complete dark match. I do want to answer some critics, and I know I'm not talking about the "oh you can't chant" because it throws off the wrestlers, and because Dave Coco's going to bitch about that in about 30 seconds here. He's going to call them mentally fucking weak,
Well,
blah blah blah. How dare you?
thank you for watching Hockey AM. And second off, stealing my heat. Yeah, let me just say it now since you stole my heat.
Mhm.
I've been wanting this forever. I have. I've said as soon as New Japan's company bought Stardom. I bought the Stardom packs. I've been a Stardom fan a lot more than these fucking guys that jerk off to the women. And I've been to more Stardom events than probably I don't know. I fucking if you've been to more Stardom events than me, congratulations. You got a big peepee because there ain't many people that have been to more Stardom events than me. And I've always wanted them to have a match at Wrestle Kingdom, and it's a dream come true. And they sent out a fucking report that was utterly ridiculous.
Mhm.
Utterly fucking ridiculous. And I thought about it, and I was talking to my Japanese friends. If they just said it a different way, If they said, "Oh, don't chant because it ruins the experience for other fans," I'd be like, stupid, because it's a combination of both extremes. It's the super gaijins saying everything Japan does is awesome, and it's a bunch of fucking assholes that want to steal the show, and no one is right. You know, the one guy that just ruins the show by being chanting and all isn't right. But the super gaijins that are like everything is awesome is also wrong. So everyone is fucking wrong. But for them to be like, oh, the performers can't perform, or however they fucking worded it, is embarrassing.
Yeah,
It is
I
beyond
would definitely
embarrassing, and
think they could have handled that a lot better.
I've already talked to him about it. I instantly saw that rule, and I'm like, I'm never going to a fucking Stardom show again. Instantly. And, you know, I talked to the people in Stardom. I was like, what the fuck were you thinking? You know? And the thing is, it has to be a little bit of sexism. No dude company would have wrote that. No. Could you imagine? Hey, guys, you play for the New York Rangers. You're an NHL franchise. Can you please have the hockey fans stop chanting? We can't concentrate on our one-timers. It would be by far the biggest fucking joke ever. And in one goddamn press release, they made something as beautiful as Stardom into a fucking joke. And, you know, I'm super excited for them, but Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, am I wrong? I know you're mocking me. I know you're like, oh, fuck that. You know, there's hashtag Coco bitches in the fucking chat. But am I fucking wrong? You tell me any man's fucking sport. Any man's sport. Let's fucking call it any man's sport. Any man's entertainment. Would they have fucking said that in a press release? Would any fucking sport say that? Would any form of entertainment say that? It's embarrassing.
No, I agree. They totally should have handled it a lot better than what they did. You know, I think there's a difference between, like you said, there's a difference between, you know, people who are genuinely excited about it. They want to get into, they want to get into the match. They're emotionally invested, so they're chanting, they're cheering for their favorite wrestler versus that asshole who wants to hijack the show. You know, if you're the guy who's hijacking the show, fuck you. But if you,
well, yeah, but we don't say that about Cena and Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I think it was wrong of them to lump the two together. I think I think you need to admonish the people who are trying to hijack the show, but I think you need to encourage the people who want to, are genuinely emotionally invested. Yeah, continue to be emotionally invested. We want you to get behind these ladies. I think that's very admirable. And as far as the performers go, I want to know if that directly came from them or from management. Because if you're a performer and you're like, oh no, I can't perform over this chant, I'm like, dude, you're gonna have to, dude, well, you're a pro wrestler. Your job is to elicit an emotional response from the audience. That's part of your job. I mean, that's like, you can't be the quarterback going into the opposing team stadium and going, oh no, the crowd's too loud. They're booing me. I can't concentrate on throwing my passes. I can't hear the plays, dude. That's just part of it. You're gonna have to get through it.
Yeah, and to me, it's shocking and all that, but and I love Stardom, but man. And also, their trainer this week was in a thing controversy. A lot of the women, so I don't know. I just felt fucking embarrassed. And here's the thing. Who the fuck tells someone how to act at a fucking game? Or at a you know what I mean? And my whole thing is like, oh, don't throw shit on the field. I'm like, okay, cool. But I don't know. It just doesn't look good. Do you think Stardom can recover from that report, Dave? I would just fucking ignore it. But here's the problem. They're not going to ignore it because I've fucking talked to someone in Stardom. I said I wouldn't fucking drop their name. I talked to someone in Stardom. Their fan base, white men who jerk off to them, let's be completely honest, that's their fucking fan base that's fucking supporting this because the Japanese find it fucking embarrassing. The white men that fucking jerk off to them are gonna fucking support it. And they're like, dude, no one but you have fucking called us out on it. And there's like a couple Japanese media that's like, this is bad. So it was me and Japanese media. No one else called him out on it. So here's the thing. If you are gonna follow that fucking rule, do we follow that same rule with Roman Reigns, John Cena, and all those WWE slack jobs. Do we? Boom boom. I've been a little critical of
No,
John
no, no,
Cena.
no. Now you're going too far, Coco. Now you're
Well,
dragging this
how?
over into WWE, dragging this over in the U.S. I mean, let's just stay on point here.
All right, well then, okay, Jay White. You're in a
Again,
stadium. You
this is not. We're not talking about New Japan. We're talking about Stardom. New Japan hasn't done this. This is
okay?
not
So
bleeding over into
why
New Japan.
why do we treat them differently? I know they haven't done it because they're not fucking retarded.
Well, you're acting like I'm taking the stance of I think Stardom was in the right. I didn't say that they were in the right.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm comparing it to because there's a lot
I
of
know
people that say.
dude, you're building a straw man at this point.
Well, I understand that. I'm playing devil's advocate of what people are saying online, you know. But to me, I just think it's because they're women. If any other way, that wouldn't fly. Do you think
Okay.
Stardom can recover from that? And then they also say, yeah, Dave, sigh. I got to be honest, Japan isn't as perfect as I said it was. It's my favorite fucking thing ever. Whenever you see a guy that's super positive PD, and they have to admit fucking Japan isn't as perfect, and I fucking love Japan, but not to be critical is insane. But all right, let's put the negativity behind us. This is a dream come true,
Yeah,
ruined by
it's a
PR.
positive first step. I hope it leads to more things. And I kind of, and from what I understand, there's like this wall built up between like men's wrestling and Joshi wrestling. I don't understand. I figure why can't you like both? What's so contrasting about the styles? I hope it leads to more fans for Stardom, and I hope it benefits everybody.
Yeah. Um, Japan could be a tough place for a woman, and this is something that people don't talk about. But that I don't know. Like I think that press release did way more damage in Japan than it did internationally.
Right.
You know, and maybe that's why I'm fucking more riled up than everyone else. But to me, that's just I can't understand why it's not embarrassing. But all right, let's get past that embarrassing part. We've always wanted this. I've covered Stardom,
Mhm.
I've covered Wrestle Kingdom, and I'm so glad we archived this because this is something I wanted for a very long time. And I'm glad it's happening. It just sucks that it's happening off the worst, you know what I mean?
The
So,
worst statement the company could have made.
yeah. So, yeah. It definitely shot itself in the foot. But hopefully it grows from there and does.
Mhm.
Dave, how do you see other women companies in Japan reacting to this? Um, there. I'm gonna see if I can get her on the show. There's a female Japanese athlete that can speak English, and you think I'm rough on them? Woo-wee! That'll be a 45-minute interview. I'll be like, "What's your thoughts on this?" I've asked 2 or 3 Japanese female athletes outside of Stardom, and they are way, you know what I mean? They are way more angry about this than anyone could fucking imagine. Um, but yeah, please ask her squared. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Please ask her squared circle your thoughts. I just put up a mic. Maybe I'll do it, but I'll put up a mic and be like squared circle your thoughts, and then she'll just rant and rave because it reminds me of the Futurama episode. What? More Futurama references when Leela plays baseball. She's like, she's only in the league because of beanballs. And then the real athletes are pissed. That's what's going on with women's wrestling in Japan. So, I don't know. And the thing is, they just did it to themselves. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. But overall, I'm really excited. We also have to give our picks. I think this is more of a groundbreaking thing. But I'm going to go Hana Kimura's team. But I just hope they have a great showing because this is a big deal. And I know I bitched about it a lot, but if sometimes you have to say what's not being said, And yeah. Do you have a prediction?
I think it's going to be Iwatani's and Hushiki's team.
All right. So first
You got
pay-per-view
he's got the
profits.
champion.
There you go.
Next, this is going to be a pre-show match. We're going to have Tomoki Hanma and Togi Makabe teaming up with Yuya Uemura and Yota Tsuji taking on Toa Hanare, Alex Coughlin, Clark Connors, and Carl Fredericks in an eight-man tag match.
This is not what I want.
Well, it's a pre-show. It's a pre-show.
I know, but you know what I miss, and I don't know if anyone else misses this, but I've asked people, we need a Japan Rumble back. They got rid of the Japan Rumble. I mean, have the women's match and the Japan Rumble. We need the Japan Rumble. Can we get a hashtag started with Japan Rumble? I'm gonna go Honma and Maccabi because I love them more than a straight man should, both of them. But I don't know. And Toa might, you know what I mean? I'm going Homa and Maccabi out of pure
Yeah,
fucking love.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go that because you got the veterans on there. Really, you've got Hanare just leading a bunch of young lions from the LA Dojo, and I think yeah, I think it's probably going to be Makabe pinning somebody like Clark Connors.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm just gonna read some live comments. We'll go to the next match. This show
mhm,
needs more Futurama references. Working on it.
mhm.
How do you picture the crowd inside the Tokyo Marathon to the women's match, Dave? Um, Honestly, I think the people they hate the most are the only ones that are going to be cheering. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know how they're going to react, but I don't think there's going to be a big reaction. Bring back New Japan Rumble. Fuck yeah. Yes, I want more Rumbles. No, because the New Japan Rumble, you had surprises. Remember Haku? Like, and that's the thing.
Yep.
Like, it was the perfect pre-show fucking match. It gets everyone on the card. It gets everyone on the card, and it means something. I don't know. I'm gonna be rooting my ass off for Homa and Maccabi. All right, next booms.
Next pre-show match will be Hiroshi Tenzan and Satoshi Kojima taking on Yuji Nagata and Nakanishi.
Oh man, this is tough. I love. You know what it is? I love Kojima and Nagata. I wish they were on the same team. I know that's a crazy request, but
Hmm.
um, I'm gonna go Kojima's team. I
Kojima. You know what? I'm actually going to go Nagata and Nakanishi because Nagata just re-signed with New Japan, and I think they'll throw him a bone or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I kind of like this match, but I still want the Japan Rumble. There you go.
Right.
All right, on to day one. This is when the shit gets
This is
real.
yeah when everything starts. Now we've got an eight-man tag match here. It's going to be Jushin Thunder Liger, Tetsumi teaming up with Tetsumi Fujinami, the Great Sasuke, and Tiger Mask with El Samurai in their corner, taking on Naoki Sano, Shinjiro Otani, Tashihito Takiawa, and Ryusuke Taguchi with Kunaki Kobayashi in their corner, and Norio Hungaga, is the special guest referee.
All right. I,
I'm gonna go I think this is gonna be short. I'm gonna go with Team Liger because they're gonna want to have something positive to start this off because this will be the beginning of the end for Liger, the first of his two retirement matches. They're bringing a lot of old guys back. It's gonna be a good throwback. So this is gonna be some fun. But I'm gonna go with Team Liger.
I think Team Liger is the lock of the fucking century of the week of fucking everything. But with that said, I wish the Suzuki fucking mask, the Suzuki Liger was a retirement match or Liger Tiger Mask. But the thing is, he had all his great matches, all his feuds, and I think this is just him going out and be like, let's get all my friends on the card. Let's make this special. I want a Rudy moment. I want everyone to hold up Liger and celebrate. You know what I mean? Who doesn't want a Rudy?
Toss him in the air.
Exactly. That would be the best thing ever. Golden Star picks Blue Justice. Golden Star says Dave Kurt Angle versus Nagata. Your thoughts? One of the greatest matches of all time. This match feels like you're just naming a bunch of salarymen. No, they're legends. I mean, you got some really great wrestlers up there. The Great Suzuki, I'm glad. Tiger Mask. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's I love it, but at the same time, you know where I'm coming from, Booms. At the same time, I
Yeah,
don't know. You know what it is?
same time period.
I don't want to bitch. It's like let's enjoy Liger. Let's
Let's
enjoy
just enjoy
Liger.
it, man.
Let's
Enjoy
enjoy
it.
it. It's Liger's last.
Let's have some. Let's have some fun. I'd be surprised if this thing goes more than 10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh God, I can't wait to see Liger get Rudied out. That's what I want. That's
That's
what I'm rooting for.
that's what I want. I want him to be tossed in the air repeatedly.
Yep.
All right, next we're going to get some eight-man tag action. We're going to have Lij versus Suzuki Gun. So we got Lij represented by Evil, Sonato, Shingo, and Bushi, taking on Minoru Suzuki, Taichi, Zack Sabre Jr., and El Desperado. Hmm.
I don't know. This is the first one. I'd be a bit negative. I mean, it's cool. Lij has to win. Suzuki's on the card. Why couldn't Suzuki? All right, listen. Is it too late? Ghetto, get in here. Step into my office. Sir, Suzuki, Liger, one-on-one. Bring back the Japan Rumble. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And he's like, weren't you the asshole who talked bad about Jay White? I'm like, yes, that's me. Thank you for being a part of this. I think
What I think is going to happen is I think Suzuki Gun's going to win this one. I think Zack Sabre Jr. is either going to pin or make Sonata tap out, and they're going to be he's going to or Zack Sabre Jr. is going to be the winner of the match. And he'll cause his team to win because they're going to need to build this match towards him and Sonata for the next night. And I think this is a perfect opportunity for the heels to maybe try to beat up on the good guys or try to beat them down to where they're all banged up for the next night. Try to put some doubt in people's minds. I think this is the perfect opportunity to plant that seed. So I'm going to go Suzuki Gun.
all right. Yeah. I don't know. Cuz I'm going to go Lij. I mean, what you're saying makes the most sense in the world, but have you seen the t-shirt sales? Have you seen them?
Well, look, that'll pay off later, but I don't think it'll pay off this particular night.
All right, all right. Everything you said makes sense, but I'm still going Lij.
And plus, if Lij loses this, I don't think they really lose anything in the long run. I don't think they lose any steam. But okay, next match we got another eight-man tag match. We got faction on faction here. We've got Chaos being represented by Hiroki Goto, Tomohiro Ishii, Toru Yano, and Yoshihashi, taking on Bullet Club being represented by Bad Luck Fale, Chase Owens, Kenta, and Yujiro Takahashi.
Oh my god. Man, there's too many 8-man tags on this shit. Just too many. And it's great to get everyone on the card, but and not only that, but they're doing it back to back. To back. Wow. All right, who's the next match? A tag match? Ooh, good luck,
Yep,
boys.
tag matches after that.
Good luck fucking getting that Tokyo crowd fucking awake. Good luck. I'm going Team Chaos. I'm saying Team Chaos. I don't
You know what? I
know.
don't
No, wait. Can I change my vote? Because I got Yano and Yoshihashi. Yeah, I'm going Bullet Club.
Yeah, I think Bullet Club's going to win this one here. I think it needs to be Kenta who hits somebody with a go to sleep, and it's probably going to be Yoshihashi put his ass out and get the win because I think they're going to need to get some more heat, especially with Jay White, being as high up on the card as he is. So I think Bullet Club's going to need to get, they need to make Bullet Club look like an unstoppable force here, and I think that's how you do that. In fact, speaking of that, you got Bullet Club again in the next match. Gorillas of Destiny taking on the winners of the World Tag League FinJuice, Juice Robinson and David Finlay. You know what? I think it's going to be Gorillas of Destiny retaining the tag team titles. I think there's more value as Juice Robinson as a singles guy, and I think maybe they can do something different with Finlay, but mostly because Juice Robinson, I think, in my opinion, is more valuable as a singles wrestler. So to me, if it was up to me, I wouldn't put the belts on FinJuice. I would let Gorillas of Destiny hang on to it and maybe build up some tag team challengers for them and then do the switch later on in the year. But that's where I'm at with that.
I agree with you, Juice. I think I agree with everything you said. I just want to add to what you said. My pick is your pick. Um, how, if there's Vegas odds, what are the Vegas odds? Finley's the one that gets pinned. First off, last year at the Tokyo Dome, Juice Robinson was fucking rocking that joint. Um, he has to be pushed higher. So I think Finley has to take the pin. Juice Robinson has to be pushed to the fucking moon. Um, but here's the thing: the World Tag League. I go every year when it's in Kawasaki. Good God, does that World Tag League mean nothing? It's like it has to be the least watched fucking event of the year for New Japan. It has to be. Yeah. I think Gorilla's a Destiny. I'm gonna go to live comments before we go to the fifth match. Booms, how about we go live comments? Because Golden Star, I don't want to ignore Golden Star and Fight Nerd and the rest of the guys. We'll go every 3 matches. Sound good?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm at least excited to see guys I've heard of but never saw, like Tiger Mask. Really, Tiger Mask wrestles often. Otami and the likes. I guess I don't know what that second part is, but yeah, it's cool for younger fans to see those guys. Dave, say it slowly. Kazi ni nare. Everyone makes fun of me because I can't say it, and I've lived in Japan for 50 fucking years. And Yoshihashi beat Okada.
No Japanese.
Yoshihashi never beat Okada. I deleted that from memory. The Okada never came out with balloons, and Yoshihashi never defeated him, and Martin St. Louis never played for the Rangers. I have to live in denial, or I'd fucking end it all. Oh, goddamn Yoshihashi. Oh, God. Someone brought up an idea, and I apologize for whoever gave me this idea. It's not my idea. Someone said it. We should really push hard for Yoshihashi to be the new Captain New Japan. Just be like, you're Captain New Japan. It's over, kid. All right, Booms. Let's talk about the Americas.
All right, next for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship, we're going to have Lance Archer defending against Jon Moxley in a Texas Death Match. Now, the rules for this iteration of the Texas Death Match means this match can only be won by a 10-count knockout, like if they fail to answer the referee's 10 count, or they submit. This one's going to be brutal, and I will say this. Lance Archer has done a fantastic job of defending that championship, of representing it, because remember, Moxley was unable to come to Japan legitimately due to a typhoon, so he was stripped of the title. Lance Archer won it in an impromptu match, or last-minute match, I should say, against Juice Robinson. I think he's done an admirable job. I think he had a better G1 than what most people thought he would. So he's done quite well for himself, but I think this is going to be Jon Moxley's kind of match, and I think Moxley's going to win when Archer gets knocked out and fails to answer the 10 count.
Okay, I'm going to say something, and it's going to be unpopular, and it's going to be unpopular with you, Booms.
Mm-hmm.
Is Jon Moxley being pushed too hard? Well, I'm not saying New Japan. I'm saying New Japan and AEW. I know you're a Jon Moxley guy. You've been a Jon Moxley guy before he was even in NXT. I just feel like the other day I was having a conversation with a wrestling fan, and I was like, man, I hope fucking Jon Moxley doesn't win the title, and I hope they fucking fix the booking situation. And they were like, well, yeah, what would Jon Moxley do? And I'm like, I don't give a fuck what Jon Moxley does. What the fuck?
Well, I think I can understand that argument. But I would say that, he's a free agent. He's just come out of the E. He's like just super pumped. He wants to go back to doing this, hardcore stuff again. He wants to be himself. He's 100% motivated right now. So if you pay him, you get him on your card, you're going to get 110% out of him. He creates a lot of buzz. So yeah, I think. Besides, he's not competing. He's not competing for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. It's for the United States Championship. So I think he's about where he needs to be.
Well, I've read. I don't know if this is fact. This is stuff that I heard. The winner of this match will go against Juice on New Year's Dash.
Yes, that happens the next night.
Oh, on the 5th or on Dash?
The next night, yeah. That's the next night.
Oh, okay. No, because there's 3 nights. I thought it was going to happen on the 5th. The 6th, sorry. It's happening on the 5th?
Yeah, I believe it's happening on the 5th. Yeah.
All right, so that should be interesting. So I mean, if that's the setup, I think Moxley has to
Yeah,
win.
the next, yeah, absolutely. Next night, whoever wins takes on Juice Robinson.
Oh, okay, okay. Because
The
and
next
also
for the
the
next.
people have been begging for a
See,
Moxley
this is
Suzuki
why I say
match.
the first night's important because here this can be the because this is going to determine what's going to happen the next night.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I think with that case, Moxley has to win, and then Juice beats him. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. And here's the thing: the Moxley Omega match. Archer
Hmm.
has some big fucking shoes to fill for the super franchise. But how awesome has he been? Lance Archer, man, just that G1 he's had, man. The G1 makes motherfuckers' career like if wrestlers had stock, his stonks went through the fucking roof with the G1, you know. So yeah, it should be interesting. I'm gonna be there live, and I hope they go balls out. So man, it's gonna be great. My prediction is John Moxley.
Yep, I'm going Moxley on that one. Next is a singles match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. You have the champion Will Ospreay defending against the returning Hiromu Takahashi, who's been out for over a year with a broken neck. He appears to be in great health. He did a little bouncing on his head just to kind of show that everything was good to go. You know what? I can't bet against the guy. I mean, I think the time's right. I think Will Ospreay's done a great job as the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, but I think they're ready for him to move up and be the Gaijin, the lead Gaijin for New Japan. And how do you not put the belt on Takahashi after all this?
Yeah, I think this will probably be match of the night. I'm gonna say, we're not doing an award show this year just because we've been inconsistent. But please check out Wrestling Ranton's award show. Um, I think Will Ospreay is my wrestler of the year,
Yeah, I
and
agree. Nobody's had a better year than him. In fact, the only like of all the tournaments, of all the events that New Japan did, Ospreay did not do one, just one. He did not do World Tag League.
that's not a real
That
one
is it.
anyway. I go every year.
Everything,
It's not real
everything
anymore.
else he did New Japan Cup. He did Best of Super Juniors. He did the G1. He did the Junior Tag Team Tournament. I mean, he headlined Australia. He went to Royal Quest. I mean, he did virtually everything you could do this year.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody had a better year than him.
I think Will Ospreay will be the top Gaijin. I think he's headed up to the heavyweight division, and his story, and not only that, but Takahashi is gonna have a great fucking match, and he's a fucking star. And yeah, I just think he's gonna win it. But it's one of those things. Will Ospreay's headed up to do bigger things. Um, I think this is probably going to be the match of the night next to the Okada match. I think, and it depends on your
Mhm.
style of wrestling. And who knows that John Max? That's the thing. Remember, when Wrestle Kingdom is at its best, you see every version of wrestling at its highest. So you can see a great, Texas Death Match. You can see a great cruiserweight match, and then a great heavyweight match, with a match in between. Let's go live. Let's go live comments real quick.
Okay.
Booms. This is from Golden Star. If Archer wins, does this mean Mox faces a Suzuki the next night? He says, "I hope so." You know this better than I do, but I think we talked about this earlier. Or is this just a fan's dream about the Suzuki match? Is there anything to this, or you have?
It is unless there is something that I'm not aware of. It's just right now, like, shit. I'm looking ahead. I haven't heard anything because right now it's just whoever wins that match faces. Unless there's like something, maybe it could pop up at New Year's Dash. I haven't seen anything about New Year's Dash yet, but no.
Yeah.
I think that's just a pipe dream right now.
Well, New Year's Dash, the website just says matches to be announced night of.
Yeah. So
I
there you
mean,
go. Because
they
I mean, right now, if Suzuki, or excuse me, if Archer wins, I mean he's the one who goes on to defend against Juice Robinson.
Yeah, and not only that, but Dash has already been sold out. That was sold out fucking
Hmm.
instantly. Um, you got Takahashi and Liger's matches will be the most emotional moments of the night.
Oh yeah.
I think so. And Will Ospreay is better than Jay White. Someone said that a long time ago, but then fucking the internet was like, "Oh, you fucking lost your edge, Dave. You don't know what you're talking about." Let's go to the final two matches of night one, sir.
All right. Next is a singles match for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. You have the champion Jay White versus Tetsuya Naito. And I'm just going to say this, dear Mr. Ghetto, if you screw Naito again, so help me God, I will fly to Japan, go to your house, knock on your door, and when you answer the door, I will punch you right in the mouth. Then I will turn around, go back to the airport, get back on the plane, and fly back to the United States.
You son of a bitch! You won't even show up to Yokohama for a high five.
Yep, that's how serious I am.
um, I
I will fly 18 hours to Japan, punch you in the mouth, get back on the plane, and fly another 18 hours back.
yeah.
So yeah, I want Naito to win.
I think Naito is definitely going to win night one. Here's the thing. I've said a few choice words to Jay White. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
I
the point now.
feel
I'm to the point now where it's not about hating Jay White. It's about me wanting Naito to win.
no. I just want to get this on the record as many times as I can because I'm known. I think Jay White stepped up a level in a G1, and I think right now, if he was to get an upset victory and move on, he would have earned it. But now, if you get everything you want too soon in a story, you have no value. And he, through the year, grew a lot. And he became a way better wrestler. And it's just sad. You know, a lot of people are like, oh man, yeah, it's really sad that he won the IWGP title. Well, yeah, it kind of is because now it's like, oh, you already won it. Who gives a shit? You
He's got
know,
no place to go.
he has no place to go. Plus, he has to earn something that he's already lost. You know what I mean? Like the G1 match was like, I earned something that I've lost. I'm gotta earn, you know. So it's not a good situation to be in. And not that, but Will Ospreay moving up, it's even worse. He's not on any of the ads in Japan, and he's not getting the heel heat as many people think he's getting. You know, and I don't know. It's one of those stories like it's like a Twilight Zone. You get everything you want and it backfires, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But he's in a lot better place than he was when he was champion. The problem is he's already been champ. And if he wins, I just think Naito might as well just go to the WWE. There's nothing, man. This poor cat should have won it years ago. It might be honestly too late, to be honest. I don't know. If you want a dead crowd in the Tokyo Dome, that's the way to do it. He killed it last year.
Oh yeah, they'll probably walk out. They'll probably walk. Yeah, I'm about to say. I think if White wins it, I think the crowd's going to walk out
Yeah. So
because they walked out on Jay White when he won the B block in the G1.
yeah, and of course his defenders will be like, "Well, he's fucking heel heat. He's working it." And it's like,
Yeah, he's a good heel. He's a good heel. No,
Yeah.
people just didn't give a fuck.
I yeah, like I know that, but everyone wants to see Naito win. Naito has done everything right, and yeah, I mean, and none of that, but like, if Naito is gonna lose in this tournament, it has to be night two. You know, because Naito going in is like, he's definitely I mean, outside of Japan's favorite, he's just fucking the favorite everywhere, but it's a different type of favorite. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like where Naito's outside of Japan fans are like, he has to fucking win. He has to fucking win. Japan fans are like, I'm just here to buy the fucking merch. He's not gonna fucking win, but if he does, it'd be cool. Like, you know what I mean? His fan base got too tranquilo, to be honest. Like, it just reminds me of the one year I was at the show, and I was just cheering my heart off for Okada. It was Okada versus Naito, and the fan just looked at me and he's like, "Bro, you don't think Okada's gonna win tonight?" I was like, "Damn, I thought Dolph Ziggler fans were bad." Um,
Hashtag Hugalos.
yeah, hashtag hug. If he doesn't fucking win, if he doesn't win, we gotta hug all the lost guys. I'm expecting them to have a great show, and I'm expecting, you know, I'm a heel. The Booker's my fucking giving me hand jobs. I've been handed everything. Even though I pick on Jay White, you could tell by him improving, he has pride. You can lie. You can lie to yourself and say, no, that Okada match was amazing. That Tanahashi match was amazing. But he knows in his soul it wasn't. So I think this is going to be a great match, and he's going to show up. So,
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be a great match. All right, now we get to the main event here. We have the singles match for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. The champion Kazuchika Okada versus the G1 Climax winner Kota Ibushi. You know, Coco, I have gone back and forth with this in my head about which way they're going to go with it. I thought, well, what's going to be the better story? Okada, continuing the streak. Kota Ibushi, finally, climbing that mountain, because this was a guy they tried so hard to lock down. They never could do it. Now he's finally signed a contract. He's there, and he says he's going to be there for the foreseeable future of his career. And then I keep thinking, well, do we want it? But historically speaking, the odds are not in the favor of the G1 Climax winner, because I think of the last 8 times, I think since they've been doing this in the modern era about how they do the contract, I think the challenger is 1-7, 1 win, 7 losses, and the only win came last year is when Tanahashi beat Omega. I'm thinking history is going to repeat itself because I just don't see them. I think history is going to come into play here, and I think Okada retains.
see, that comes as a shock because everyone I've talked to outside of Japan thinks Ibushi is a lock. I think this is going to be one of the greatest fucking matches.
A word here? I think maybe Naito's going to go all the way. I don't know. But I can imagine if they're going to set that up, I just think, why would you put the belt on Ibushi to possibly have him turn around and lose it the next night where he's only the champion for 24 hours? And also, I mean, it'd be a good throwback story. Naito, coming back after 2 years to complete the story. Or are they going to put the belt on I mean, I agree. Or, you could be right. They're going to put the belt on Ibushi just so they can protect Okada.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just a million different things they could do here. But I'm going to go with, I went back and forth with it, but ultimately I've decided to, you know what? The odds are not in the challenger's favor. That's why I'm going to go Okada.
Yeah, a lot. See, I was shocked that you said that, to be honest, because a lot of people I've read thinks Ibushi's winning it. I don't know. It sounds weird. I think if Ibushi wins, Naito's not getting what he wants. I think Okada's gonna win because they have the history. But here's the thing. From what I've read, and it's hard to get when you actually live in Japan, it's hard to get, a feel of what other fans are thinking because you just hear the loudest fans, especially if you don't live in America. But to me, I think people are really counting out Okada. And they really want to book Okada the same way they booked Inoki. Okada is going to be carrying the Olympic torch. Japan loves pro wrestling as a real sport. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Okada's as big of an underdog as people think. And I think if Ibushi does win, it would be stupid for Naito to beat him the next night. And then I think with Okada and Naito's history at Wrestle Kingdom, them looking at each other going into it, I don't know. But I do wish... I don't know. I love Ibushi too much too. Booms, for some reason your thing's really windy, bro. I'm gonna go with Okada, but it's one of those weird things. Even though I'm the biggest Okada fanboy in the world, I'm gonna be sad whoever the fucking guy loses. Like if Ibushi loses, I'm sad for him. If Okada loses, I'm sad for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I
It's just,
completely agree.
and when you have that, it's a great matchup. Um,
Yeah, go ahead and do some questions now that we got to go to night two.
all right, no problem. And DJ Villain has joined us. Let me see where we at. Ibushi's gonna beat Okada's ass. Boom Boom's mic is acting up. Dave, which do you think is bigger misstep by New Japan, Jay White or Brock Lesnar? Once again, it depends on how you see history. And I say this a lot. If you are going forward, you know, if you're going forward throughout history, Jay White is a way bigger mistake of winning the IWGP title. But if you're going backwards through history, you're like, oh, we couldn't trust Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar really fucked up the company, fucked up the title run because of just his greed and, you know, the way he negotiates and tactics. It sounds like Boom Boom's a bit too close to his mic. Bushi versus Okada is me versus Dave. No way Naito is losing. This is from DJ Villain. Appreciate you checking in, brother. No way Naito is losing. The rule of 3 at Wrestle Kingdom will still apply. This would be Naito's third attempt at the IWGP title at Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah, I mean, I think he has to be the favorite, and I think he earned it. I think it's coming a little too late, but I don't know. I just think a lot of fans are going to be upset. I don't think Okada walking away with both belts is as small as a percentage as people think it is. As long as Ibushi or Naito holds up both belts at the end, I'm happy. Preferably Naito. And you could do Ibushi versus Naito at Dominion. That would be awesome. Jay White winning the A block was upsetting in the moment, but it gave us the Ibushi versus White final, which was fantastic. B block. Yeah. I think that the final, Ibushi, I don't know. I'm probably the biggest Jay White hater in the fucking world. I don't care. I'll fucking stand by it. That was the worst fucking decision possibly made. And then and history's on my side. Have you noticed people that are like, oh, fucking Dave, you're a psychopath, you're an idiot, you're a fucking retard, blah, 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 blah. Fucking slowly, they're fucking just coming my way. But no, I think the G1 really helped Jay White. I think it brought him up to a whole nother level. And yeah, the only problem is he's like I said, and I can't say this enough. I think this is the best way. He's trying to earn something he already lost. But yeah, his G1 performance, DJ Villain, was beyond belief. Tonight too?
Yep, tonight too. Now we're gonna the pre-show match is going to be a gauntlet match for the never openweight 6-man tag team championships. You got the champions, the most violent players, Togi Makabe, Toru Yano, and Ryusuke Taguchi. They're going to have to face the teams. Let's see if Chaos here. That's Tomohiro Ishii, Yoshihashi, and Robbie Eagles. There's also Bullet Club being represented by Bad Luck Fale, Chase Owens, and Yujiro Takahashi. Los Ingobernables being represented by Evil, Shingo, and Bushi. And Suzuki-gun being represented by Taichi, El Desperado, and Kanemaru. I think they're taking the belts off the most violent players. They've done absolutely nothing with it. You know what? I think it's really toss up a coin here. I think they're going to... you know what? Let's just go Suzuki-gun.
I want to apologize. Booms. Sometimes I'm wrong. Like Jay White winning the IWGP title, I'm not wrong. History will be on my side. His second title run will be worth it. His first title run is garbage. But when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. How many fucking podcasters, YouTubers do that? I said the 6-man tag would be a great idea. And you know what? Sometimes I just need to fucking apologize for when I'm wrong. This has been a garbage idea. I think LIJ wins it for the simple reason.
You know, I don't think the idea of the 6-man tag team titles was a garbage idea. I think its execution has been garbage.
I agree with that, sir. I was just an
Because
idiot that thought it was going to be done well.
it could have been a way to prove who's the best faction because they've got a lot of them there, and I think that's the way it should have been. But instead, they've just put it on like literally three random schmucks, and they play hot potato with it.
I'm going to give it to Lij. They sell T-shirts, and
Yeah.
them having titles behind Naito would look cool.
Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure me, you, and Sammy have held the never open weight six-man titles before.
Exactly. Well, the thing is, when I figure out how the cameras work, I want to do two things. Like, whatever, it's just me and you. I want to have, like, the WWE fucking penny titles because I don't care. Unpopular opinions. That's what I want to start naming my show. I love the penny titles. And then when it's three hosts, I want to have the never six-man tag titles. Do you think they even make them? Do they even make replicas six-man? I don't know. But I think Lij is gonna have it because they sell T-shirts and Naito, and you know what I mean.
Okay.
I mean they have to be holding something.
Next here, this is Liger's actual retirement match. It's going to be Liger teaming up with Naoki Sano with Yoshihiki Fujiwara, taking on Ryu Lee and Hiramu Takahashi. I'm going to go Takahashi and Lee winning this one. I think Liger's going to pass the torch to the next generation, and this is how he's going to do it. He's going to have his win, his big, feel-good moment the night before. I think this is where he passes down the torch. He says goodbye to everybody. He says thank you, and he pays it forward, and he's handing it off to the next generation.
I this is what I always wanted. I agree with you 100%, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But I always wanted his last match to be against some really great guy like a Ricochet. Ricochet's not there anymore, but or like a Ricochet type guy, and then hand the fucking Liger mask to him, and then he becomes the next Liger. But I can't see Takahashi becoming the next Liger or Lee. But it would be cool, like how they pass on the Tiger mask. It would be cool if
Mhm.
Liger gets passed down.
I
But
just hope he doesn't unmask. I want him to keep the mask well into retirement because I'm pretty sure he's going to have a role as like a trainer or is on commentary, and I want him to keep the mask. Kind of like El Fantasma, yeah, Phantasmo or Phantasma over in AAA or yeah, AAA.
yeah,
Like where he's on commentary, but he's still wearing the mask. I'd love to see the same thing.
oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah. All right, let's not unmask Liger, but because I always thought the Tiger Mask tradition of passing it down was so cool. Maybe we'll just keep that with Tiger Mask. But yeah, I think Liger loses this one. But I want the Rudy throw the night before. But yeah, there's gonna be a couple tears in the dome that night. For the
Yeah, I think
Giants
they'll be
got
good.
swept. The Giants got swept, and no more Liger. It's been a rough year for that building.
All right. Next here, we've got the tag team match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. We've got the Champions Bullet Club. That's Taiji Ishimori and El Phantasmo taking on Roppongi 3K. This is a toss-up for me. This is definitely a toss-up. I'm thinking maybe Bullet Club retains on this one, but it wouldn't shock me if Roppongi 3K overcame the odds and won another championship here. I don't know. It's really a toss-up.
All right, booms,
Uh, you know what? I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna go for Punky 3K.
booms. Sometimes I say crazy things on this show. Sometimes I put my tiny wiener on the chopping block. If Roppongi 3K doesn't win the titles, get rid of him. There's no fucking point. You know what I mean? Roppongi 3K should help rebuild that division as champs. If it's nothing against the guys they're taking on, but if Roppongi 3K don't win these titles and rebuild this division, let's just wrap it up. Let's just go home.
Yeah. Normally I would disagree with you, but if anything, we've learned anything from the junior tag tournament this year is they've got nobody. I mean, they've got maybe three teams, and that is it.
Yeah. No, no. Oh my god. All right. I'm playing backstage time machine Booker as I always do. What if Tiger Mask and Liger went for the titles and they win? That's Liger's last match, and the titles disappear. Hmm?
No, they
Hmm?
won't do that.
I know it's too late, but if you had a time
Yeah,
machine,
wait. Yeah, if we had a time machine, but yeah.
I'm gonna go some live comments because when we start time machine talk, it's time for live comments. The never open with 6-man tag title still exists. LOL. The 6-man belts are still a thing. Shit, I keep forgetting. That seems to be a problem.
Yeah,
Does
that's a New Japan thing problem.
does Takahashi pin Liger in this match? I think so. I think so. Lee could incorporate the mask, Dragon Liger, Rio Liger. Oh, I like the way you think, DJ Villain. Dave will cry more for Okada losing on night 1 than he will on night 2 for Liger. I'm gonna have lots of tears. Like, but I'm going night 2. I'm going with Hunka, and night 1 I'm going with Bear Friends, and both. I already told them both. I did. I'm gonna cry like a bitch. I don't care. I'm man enough. I cry over fucking good pro wrestling. Does Takahashi pin Liger in a match? I think so. Roppongi 3000 is on the way. Rocky Show and Yo to save the day. I love that fucking song. Just merge the tag divisions together and call it a day and get rid of the 6-man belts too. Yeah, let's just merge everything. I think they just have too many titles. I think, dude, Naito has to throw it. Yeah, Naito has to throw that fucking Intercontinental title away if he wins it all. It just makes perfect sense storyline wise. All right, we'll get back to your live comments after 2 or 3 matches. Keep them going.
All right, next here we got Zack Sabre Jr. defending his British Heavyweight Championship against Sonata. I'm going Sonata in this one because I've heard Sonata is going to be in the line for a big singles push. And I think this is how they started. I mean, he did an amazing job in the G1. He had some fantastic matches against Okada, and I think this is where the beginning of the new chapter starts with him, where he makes that move as a single star.
I agree with you. Plus, it will add, prestige to the British title. Plus, it means that Zack Sabre Jr. will have another feud in, the British with a Japanese star. Sonata definitely has to go to a main event level. Same with Juice Robinson, or at least very high mid-card level. And Booms, I know, I'm lucky and get to go to Wrestle Kingdom every year. Where is the Ring of Honor title? And when they do this title matches from other companies, I don't know why, I feel like it's more special for the title and the event. I'm going Sonata, sir.
Okay, good. We're in agreement there. Just picking up the pace here. Not much we can really say about this because it's going to be Juice Robinson taking on the winner of that United States Championship match the night before. I think it's going to be Moxley, and I think Juice Robinson is going to win it. I think this is what was supposed to happen. They were supposed to have Moxley retain it, but then he got stripped due to the Typhoon fiasco. And I think the whole purpose of this was to build up Moxley, build up Robinson, and then have Robinson win the championship back. And I think they're going to do that. And so yeah. I think Juice Robinson takes it here.
And 1 + 1 = 2. I think Moxley was scheduled for 2 more matches. The hurricane happens, and this is his 2 matches. Juice Robinson is so over. He is the most over fucking guy in a really long time. If you were inside the Dome, I don't know how it sounded on television. If you were inside the Dome, it was magical. Juice Robinson Cody match with the reaction, I think Juice wins without a doubt. Without a doubt, Juice wins. Yeah, so it should be interesting. All right, Booms. We'll do, let's hit some more matches, and then we'll go to live comments.
Okay. Next, we have the Never Openweight Championship on the line. Kenta defending against Hiroki Goto. I got to go Kenta, because I just think he's the guy that they want in that position. He's the guy with a lot of buzz. He's fresh. He's new. He's somebody they want to take on tour. They want to show off. And I don't think Goto really loses anything by losing. I think it's going to be a hell of a match. It's going to be a hard-hitting match. It's going to be brutal. But I think Kenta still hangs on to it.
Yeah, I mean, I love Goto, and I love Kenta. I think
I'm hoping they're teasing Shibata coming back.
Oh, that would be amazing. Kenta has to win this for multiple reasons. Kenta in, the Tokyo Dome, huge. I love you, Goto, but if the title keeps switching hands, it's not. I think, and I bring this up a lot, and I loved RVD's ECW title run. ECW, what was it, TV? I think it was the TV title run. We
Yeah.
need more champions like that. We need a solid star who can have great fucking matches, hold the mid card title for a long time. A Mr. Perfect. I fucking love it. I love it with all my heart. I love it when you're like, and that's what I think. I think Kenta having a long title run with his star power helps that title. And there is way too many titles because we're already talking about Naito throwing away the IC title, combining the tag titles, throwing in ever 6-man titles into the Pacific. We have to make the title mean something. And in never open weight, whatever because every fan sees it as something different. It's like, it's hard. It's this, it's this, it's this. Whatever you see the never open weight title is, I think Kenta can provide that and rebuild it. Even though I love you, Gota, I think it's a lock. Kenta's going to win. And I am hoping we see the Kenta that we know and love from the Noah days. Like, just that fierce Kenta in there. So, there you go. All right. We'll go to the two. Go ahead, sir.
I'll tell you what, do comments real quick, because then we're going to have to go rapid fire on the last 3 matches here.
All right, no problem. Normally, DJ Villain says, normally I'd agree with getting rid of the IC title. However, I think guys like Juice, Sonata, and Evil would benefit from winning it, moving them up into the upper mid card. Just make the US title and Kenta's title mean more. ROH and New Japan might be done as a partnership. Thank God. We need AEW. There we go. Oh, someone just subscribed and did something. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't have my graphics up. Appreciate it. Paul Heyman guy's now hosting. Thank you, Paul Heyman guy. You're the fucking best, man. ECW. Yeah, so I think they have to get rid of the titles and make the other ones seem more important. Just out of curiosity, Dave, but what do the Japanese fans love about Juice so much? This is just my strong opinion. 1, he gave up a lot to come here. 2, he started as a young lion. 3, and I don't mean to pick on Mr. White, but he wasn't given too much. The fan base really loves it when they feel like you gotta fucking earn something. And they like it when they're like, this guy fucking deserves it. This guy fucking deserves it. Give it to him. Give it to him. They really like that feeling. And I think that's why. And not only that, but he's just really good with the fans. He's really good with the kids. And it's hard this day and age, no matter what country you're in, to be a legit face. And he did it. And I think even though we knew he was over, that I can't put it over. The Tokyo Dome last year with him was magical. I think it was the best live moment. That and Jericho ringing a bell. Loved when Jericho rang the bell. But yeah, the New Japan goal has it 50-50 with votes between Kenta and Gota. If Shibata isn't going to come back, Gota is going to win with Shibata interference. That's a possibility. Dave will be the only guy in the Tokyo Dome cheering for Kenta. Probably. But I've always loved Kenta. You've never loved Kenta. What does Senpai love about Juice? The bears. The teddy bears, him being flamboyant, coming out, dancing. She slept through almost all of Wrestle Kingdom last year. And she woke up and she's like, this Juice guy's awesome. Bear Friend's a napper. She's a napper. U.S. titles for Gaijins, never titles supposedly for any weight class to win. They have a purpose, so I have to rename them. Possibility. I just think there's too many of them, and they throw them around too much. I mean, if you want to keep the IC title, go for it. If you want to, yeah. I just think the Never can step up and be anything. I think the Never can be the next IC title, Plus, I don't really like the fact that the IC title is named after a belt in another company. I don't know. This might be an unpopular opinion. I've never been a big fan of the IC title in New Japan. And it still feels new to me. It's been out for like 8+ years, I think. And I'm just like, oh, that fucking new title. Like, to me, I think the US title is more valuable. I don't know. None of the titles are valuable. Let's get rid of them. Well, of course, Okada's IWGP title is the most important title in the universe. But yeah, I see your point, but I think there's just way too many of them. And yeah, they got to fix it. Dave is still bitter towards IC belt because it was Nakamura's belt, and then when he wore leather pants. Possibility. But oh my god, I can't believe I forgot. Damn, that belt is old. I still think it is a new belt. Maybe I'm old. I think that's what you're like. The other day, dude, I was streaming Madden, and I was like, yeah, the Colts are in the AFC East, and they're like, the Colts were never in the AFC East, and I'm like, yeah, they were. Dude, I'm getting old. I'm an old man. Still think the IC title's new. Oh man. Okay, Boomer. Let's go to the next fucking match.
All right, next is well, this is gonna be difficult to call here because I mean it's gonna be the loser of the Okada Ibushi match versus the loser of the White Naito match. So my question is not is who's gonna be in this match, Dave. My question to you is, and I don't know how to answer this, so that's why I'm asking you. Somebody's gonna have to lose twice at Wrestle Kingdom. If whoever loses, whoever, because it could be one of four guys here, or somebody's gonna have to lose twice. How do you lose both nights and still recover from that?
All right. Can I put on my imaginary booking hat? I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Jay White and Ibushi. The only way Ibushi can lose and still save face. That's right, baby. The Golden Lovers return. He's shattered. He signed a contract. That's not what he does. He doesn't sign contracts. He puts all his eggs in one basket. He lost his Golden Lover. He lost everything. And then Okada Rainmakers and beat him. Jay White does. What is Jay White's finisher? Fucking the small weenie chop? I don't know. Jay White fucking finishes him. And he's fucking just sad and depressed. He's like, I lost everything. And then the music fucking hits. There's Kenny Omega. They fucking hug. And they announce in the Tokyo Dome, AEW New Japan has a working relationship.
Okay, what happens in reality?
I don't know. Sadly, the second thing was Kenny Omega comes out and calls Jay White the title. And then Bullet Club kicks Jay White out. Pretty much all my booking involves Kenny Omega coming back.
Yeah, I think what you would have to do is throw whoever loses both nights a bone later on in the year, like have them win like the New Japan Cup, or have them have a one hell of a G1, because that's the only way I see them saving face, or maybe sneaking in the back door and win the championship, maybe at Dominion.
Um, I don't know. I'm thinking Jay White loses twice, but I don't know.
All right. And then speeding up here, Tanahashi versus Chris Jericho in a special singles match.
All right. I think Tanahashi is definitely going to win, but here's the thing. Tanahashi, because back to my Kenny Omega theory. Boom, boom. Has there been a New Japan broadcast ever since he left where I haven't talked about Kenny Omega returning? I'm like, MSG show, Kenny Omega returns. G1, Kenny Omega returns. The World Tag League, Kenny Omega returns. What? The LA Dojo show, Kenny Omega returns. I have a problem. But Tanahashi and media said if he beats him, then that can open up a bridge, and then Tanahashi deserves an AEW title shot at AEW. And Kenny Omega returns. I think Tanahashi wins no matter what. I don't think there's no way Jericho wins. So there you go. Booms.
Well,
Did I?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's going to be Tanahashi because he re-signed, and I love this idea of if he wins, he could get an AEW title shot. But then again, he may have said that to throw us off, and Jericho's going to win, and that'll just be that, or he'll come back and face him at a later date, maybe when Tanahashi wins like another championship or something. He could sneak in the back door when we least expect it.
And this has nothing to do with the match. Oh, it does, but it's kind of weird. Before this event happens, please watch the recount on New Japan's official channel about this match. It will get you really pumped up, and it will make you, especially for newer fans, it will make you respect and know why the fans of Japan love Chris Jericho. It is really done. I wish they did more shit like the recount. They gotta rock those more often, man. All right, Booms, main event time.
Main event will be the winner. It will be the IWGP Heavyweight Champion versus the IWGP Intercontinental Champion, whoever they may be. Winner takes all.
Rainmaker! Oh, God.
I hope it's Naito, but stranger things have happened. I really can't say because we don't know who's going to be in there because the first match hasn't happened yet. I'm just saying. The only thing I can
How
say
about
is I hope it's Naito. That's all I can say.
how about we give percentages of you think they're gonna win? All right, Jay White.
Okay.
I'm saying 5%. 5% chance Jay White
Uh,
wins.
I'd give him a. I would honestly give him a 25% chance.
All right. Ibushi.
Ibushi, I would give him. Actually, ooh, shit. I'm about to say I'd give him a good 35.
All right, I'm giving him a higher. I'm saying 40 to 50. All right. Okada.
Okada, I'd give him maybe like a 15 to 20%.
Really?
Really, I don't think Okada walks out of this venue because I mean he's been the champion forever. I think they've got enough established stars where it's time that they can take the championship off of him. He can relax a little bit. I'm not saying he's not a good wrestler because God knows he is. He's a
A
great
wrestler of
wrestler.
the
He's
decade.
fantastic.
Anyone who says different,
Yeah,
punch him in the
yeah,
face.
he's done everything asked of him. He's done virtually everything you can do in that company. And I think, and I'm not saying it's just, it's not a step down, it's a step back. I think they don't have to put as much pressure on him to carry that company. I think they've built up enough stars to where if he loses and takes a step back, it's not going to be detrimental to the company. It's not going to be detrimental to his brand. I mean, hell, he's got the longest title reign, the most successful title defenses. He's got G1 victories. He's got, I mean, what more could you ask of him? I mean, seriously, what more could you ask? I think it's time for. That's why I'm saying 15 to 20% chance. I mean, stranger things have happened because, 2 years ago I thought he was going to drop it to Naito, but it didn't happen. So stranger things have happened. So I'm thinking, you know what, you can take a step back. You can finally catch your breath. You don't have to constantly put that wear and tear on your body now. Take some time. Heal up. Still have great matches, maybe. But I just I think it's time where he can take a step back, pass the torch, and somebody else can bear the load for a change. Because God knows he's been there. He's carried the company. He, you know, I think he was supposed to, take the championship back off of Omega, but through some circumstances, he had to take it off White. And, he had to carry the company, after that disastrous Wrestle Kingdom last year. And he really built the brand back up, put the company on his shoulders, had a hell of a G1, put some people over. That's why I think the time's right. The time is right to pass the torch, or not pass the torch, to take a step back, I should say.
So, all right, I'm saying for Okada, it's a 50-50 chance of him winning it all. All right, Booms, probably the Vegas favorite, but what's the boom boom percentage? Naito walks away double champ.
The rest of the percentage, whatever the math is, I'm bad with the math, so I give
Well, just go like his percentage of winning. Don't think of it four ways. Just be like, okay, he wins. What percentage you give him to win? Don't think math. Just go with your heart.
Okay. Well, if I wasn't thinking math, I'd say about 50-50.
See, I think he's up to 85. I think a lot of people think he's up to 90. But yeah.
But remember, this is New Japan. Every time I think they're going to do something, they do the exact opposite.
All right, Booms. We're going to live comments, and then we'll plug some stuff
Wrap
at
up.
the end. All right. Dave is still bitter. Oh, we already read that one. I think it was created in 2012, right? The IC title. I'm thinking so, but I'm not sure. Jay White is losing twice. He can afford it. That's from DJ Villain. I think you're right. How about Jay loses both nights and Ospreay has his place as the top gaijin? Oh, Golden Star. I like the way you think. Go Ace. DJ Villain says better way for AEW New Japan partnership is A, not tell Meltzer. I don't know why. Like I don't hate Meltzer, but a Meltzer joke gets me giggling every time. That poor bastard, dude. I don't know. I feel bad for him because he's just in a tight spot. B, keep it a secret. C, have Tama talk shit about the Elite on Twitter and everyone think it's just Tama being Tama. D, God shows up randomly at the end of AEW Dynamite and wipes out the Bucks. Winky face. Not bad. Golden Star says, house show and Yokoshima. Yokoshima. Kenny Omega returns. Oh, opening of the New Japan shop. Kenny Omega returns. Wrestle Kingdom 14 preview show on Wrestle AM. Kenny Omega returns. Honestly, listen to that video Omega and the Bucks put out this week. They still sound butthurt, and New Japan management still sounds butthurt. Ghetto and Major, yeah. But there's a lot of reports. I don't know how legit they are, but in Japanese, Meiji's on his way out. I don't know how fucking true these reports are, but this might, I guess, it would be the Japanese dirt sheet. This might be a better question for the after 1-5. But do you see New Japan doing another 2-day Wrestle Kingdom show again?
Not next year, but I do see him doing it again in the future. I think everything's going to depend on how well this sells and how well it's received.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of pressure to do 2 days because then it will look like a failure. That's why, like, I think, you can't control this stuff. I think they should have waited for 20.
I think the only reason that it's a 2-night extravaganza this year is because both days fall on a weekend.
Oh, that's a possibility. But yeah. Well, most jobs are off around this time for the holidays. Then DJ Villain goes on. Then the Elite randomly show up during a 6-man tag Bullet Club, get thrown out. Let it be as organic feeling as you can until the fans catch on that it's a work. All right. I like the way you're thinking, DJ Villain. All I want is Kenny Omega to return to New Japan. That's all I want. Santa, what do I want? Kenny Omega returns. Boom Boom, I have a problem, man. I have a problem.
Yes, you do.
Hold me, Boom Boom. Okada legit is the best champion of the 2010s across all of pro wrestling. I agree 1,000%. Naito came up with the double champion idea. It's the third attempt. He's the only one going into Wrestle Kingdom without anything title or briefcase. Would be ironic that he comes out with everything. I don't think it would be ironic. I think it's just a story. Wrestling Ranton. By the way, if you forgot. Oh, DJ Villain is Wrestling Ranton. I did forget. What's up, Wrestling Ranton? Where the fuck is the Raptor? The Raptor doesn't show up for wrestling podcast. Maybe I should bring him back. Sorry for those that when I stream hockey and other video games, I have the Raptor. I have to program the Raptor to be here. Booms, are you pro Raptor being on the podcast?
Yes, I am pro Raptor.
All right, we'll have to get a command for Wrestling Ranton. Love you, Wrestling Ranton. All right. I'm glad I didn't talk shit and be like, listen, Wrestling Ranton. Yeah, we definitely need a command, Wrestling Ranton. Definitely. Love you, Wrestling Ranton. All right, Booms. Do you want to plug some stuff?
Let's see. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Be sure to check out Dave Coco's Twitch page where he plays a lot of hockey and Madden and doesn't do a lot of shows. Also buy his book, Operation Freak Show, available on Amazon.com. You will most likely find me at the store because I don't do a lot of this other social media stuff. So I don't write books or movies or compose music or anything or comic books. So yeah, if you want to see me, you either have to come catch me when I'm working out at the gym or shopping at the store.
Yeah. So should we check out ProWrestling.me? I think that literally takes you to the Coco Sports Wrestling section. Which hopefully
combat sports where the moves kick ass, most importantly where it's okay to be a passionate fan.
And hopefully we can build Coco Sports back up, but I don't know. It's really the ball's in Jerry's court. Hashtag Jerry do something. Love you bastard. But yeah, in 1 week we'll see if any of the stuff we think comes true. Kenny Omega returns. Booms. All I know is I'll have tears of goddamn joy. I will run around the goddamn Tokyo Dome naked. Oh, not naked. I don't want to go to jail. In a G-string. Can you imagine how excited and happy I'll be if Kenny Omega returns? Oh, God. Can't wait. Boom, Boom, I have a problem.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, tomorrow on this channel, if you're watching on Twitch, please watch on Twitch. We will archive on YouTube, and we will be doing exclusive stuff on YouTube, but Twitch is our new home. And DJ Villain, are you following us? Because I want to try to get a lot of follows. You know what I'm saying? And not only DJ Villain, but everyone follow. But yeah, I can't. What was I going to say? Oh, tomorrow. Member of the Internet Infantry, who I'm going with, Wrestle Kingdom night. DJ Villain followed. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Internet Infantry. Yeah, Hunka tomorrow will be here. We're taking him to night 2 of Wrestle Kingdom. We're going to be sitting pretty close, so I'm excited about that. We're going to be streaming a whole playoffs tomorrow in NHL. His favorite team's the Philadelphia Flyers, so we're going to see if we can play together. It's going to call it Hanka AM or Hunka AM, half Hanka, half hockey, all Hunka AM. And we're going to see if we can take his Flyers, 2 players, Baker and Timo style, and if we can win the Cup playoffs. So I'm very excited. That will probably start 10 or 11 Japan time. Booms, I'm glad we did this. And everyone, I'm not just saying this because Wrestling Ranted's here. Dude, he's doing such an amazing job with his fucking year-end award show. It's fucking beyond amazing. Please do check it out. And I can't shout him out enough. All right, Booms. I love you with all my heart. Can you check in for Hunka AM? Because I don't know how many people are going to be there tomorrow. Just check in.
I'll try
Say
my
hello to
best.
Hunka. You said that like you said that like a stepfather says he's going to take his adopted kid to Disneyland. Well, yeah, okay, kid. Next year, I'll try my best. I've heard that. Try my best. All right, Booms. You got anything else to say before we end this bad boy?
Negative, man. Just keep watching us, like, subscribe to us, and we'll catch you down the line.
All right, with that, I am over. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Hey, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.